All right, wife's asleep, kids are asleep. Let's play some video games. My name is not John Smith, and today we're playing Timberborn. Welcome back to Beaverome. In the last episode, we have continued to work on the Charybdis, this, I guess, bad water removing maw structure here. As you can see, bad water is going down here, and then it's going out of the map. Thank you all for your comments regarding the looks. I think I'll leave it be for now. We'll see if I decide to, redo the looks of that again in the future or not. For now, it's gonna stay as it is. In this episode, I wanna continue to work on this area. I think I'm going to raise the outer level here by 1, so that, when this lake is full, the water level aligns with the top of the maw here, and also so that we have a bit more space for planting crops and so on. And I wanna try out something, not sure if this works, but I have plans for these other two sluices here, or water sources that are not yet connected to the pipe system. I wanna try if we can make a fountain of some sorts with the pressure of water sources alone, so that the water, comes out of a pipe with enough pressure, so that it's not just going to flow out of the pipe, but that it, shoots out of the pipe or something. Not sure if that works or not. If not, then we'll do something else. And yeah, we'll also clean up some bits. For example, the mountain range here is almost done. We need to hide this bit. I think we'll also do that in this episode. But let's start to work on this area here by raising everything up by 1 level. We can even do a bit of overhangs so that we can improve increase the size of the workable area, but leaving the lake as big as it is. We'll see. You know what I mean? Doing this and then doing this does not decrease the size of the lake, but increases the size of the land. Not sure if I'm gonna do that or not, so I'm gonna decide that later. But we'll do this. This will take a while, and also we'll have to get rid of those things again. Never mind. Oh yeah, and also I've dug this out now. That's not necessary anymore. Great, reverting my previous decisions. Never mind, that's just how it is. I will fill this up in a time lapse. Okay, this should do the trick. Well, we need paths, but they should be able to start building that. It's gonna be weird, isn't it, because of the direction of the arrows. Well, it's gonna work. It is lagging again quite a bit when I place down that many dirt blocks, so maybe that's a problem for the game already. Anyway, let's see if we can plan and test out if we can a tiny fountain here. Not sure if that's going to work, but we'll see. The idea is that we connect this sluice and, well, the good water side of this water source that's hidden beneath there somewhere. There we go. This one and this one, those two sluices are for good water and they are not connected to the system. I'm gonna hook them up and build a fountain on this island with tunnels or something, maybe. We'll see if the pressure of those two things will be enough to create a fountain. If not, we can hook up more sluices and test it then. And if it doesn't work at all, then we'll remove it again. In order to hook up this sluice, we need to get rid of the metal, or we could just change the thing. This is the water source, this is the bad water exit. I'm gonna make the good water exit over here. Not a big deal. So dynamite this bit, fill this up with dirt. Yeah, probably this one as well. And we'll build the sluice here. Okay, I'm gonna build that and then, yeah, in a time lapse, and then we'll talk about it again. Okay, so theoretically the water should then go through this thing. Hold on, we also need to close it on this side. Through here and in there, and same thing over here in there, and then up this in this island, up here, and then shoot out here. And you know, ideally it would create a fountain and not just trickle down over there. Not sure if this is going to work, but we'll see. Probably need more. We'll probably need more water sources for that, so that we have more pressure. But I'm gonna test it with this. Okay, so I gave them access. Now we can detonate those bits. This is just going to be... Oh, I did the tunnels wrong. They need to be one level below. Yeah, well, great. Sluice goes here. For good water, so close above contamination of 1%. Okay, so this is done, but obviously they can't build the tunnels down there. I think I can just dynamite down, right? So remove this. Don't build a tunnel. So how deep do I have to go? 1, 2, 3. Is it 3 or is it 2? Never mind. Just gonna put the triple dynamite thing here. That should do the trick. And we can close this, which means the water should now go in here. And dynamite this thing. Yeah, that's now connected to down there. Let's see. Oh, we're in the middle of a beta, so we can't test it now. Of course not. Yeah, but as soon as this is closed, those two water sources will be connected to this thing. And, okay, we have the next good tide in 6 days, so I'm gonna... I could prepare a third outlet of the good water to go there, and we can manually switch that around with the sluices. Let's do that. Okay, this is now prepared as well. As you can see, we now have this water source, and theoretically also this one hooked up to this, well, hopefully fountain. I've closed this for now, but we will, yeah, well, we'll be able to immediately open that if 2 water sources aren't enough. Okay, now we just have to wait 3.9 days for the next good tide, or, you know, wet season. And in the meantime, they shall build the dirt ring here, which is looking, well, they're coming along with that quite nicely. Hold on. Piece of dirt missing. Yeah, right. Okay, I'll be right back with you. Oh, you know what we could do in the meantime? I'm not very fond of this resource storage piles here in Ancient Beaverome, or, you know, at the border of Ancient Beaverome and Beaverome. So, since we now have the ability to build tunnels, well, it's been a while, but when we placed that, we weren't able to do that, and we dug down this underground storage below this pillar before building the aqueduct. If you remember, what do we have here? Grilled potato storage, water storage, sunflower seed storage, and so on. But I will now dig some tunnels on the sides here, and we'll put those 4 storages over there, large piles, or, well, I'm gonna do underground piles. So this is metal blocks, planks, dirt, and logs. We'll do that in a time-lapse down here. Oh yeah, never mind. The ancient Beaverome and beavers are currently building the underground forest thing. Where is it? Over there. So that's why they didn't get to do that right away. So yeah, we'll see that a bit later. Never mind. We have wet season incoming in 0.9 days. So let's wait for that. And bad tide ended. Let's see. Okay, well, it's filled with good water. Good water is rising here. Oh no, that doesn't look like come on, why is it so lagging so much? That doesn't look like an impressive fountain to me. Okay, let's see what we can do with a third water source. Close this, open this. What's that? I mean, come on. I think it's an improvement because we have water rising up here a bit higher, but that's obviously not what I had in mind. That is obviously not what I had in mind. Do I need more water sources? Okay, let's see. I'll test it by hooking up the water pipe that's actually feeding the other lake over there. I'm gonna hook up the whole water pipe to this fountain thing so that we can test it properly. Let's see if that changes anything. At that approaching in 3 days, come on. Also, I'm gonna build a sluice here so that we can close the connection to, well, the other lake. Which was, well, that was the original plan, right? To bring the good water over here, and that so that we can get a nice waterfall when this lake overflows. But now we'll maybe just do a couple of sluices so that we can turn the fountain manually on and off, if this thing is going to work at all. Okay, another sluice over here. This will now be set to open, and I'm gonna set this to be closed as soon as this is built, so that we can test the fountain. Come on, more work hours, build it. Okay, nice. So this is now open. Let's close this one, and let's see what happens. Yeah, that's weird. Hold on. Come on. I mean, technically the water level is higher than just, you know, overflowing a bit. It rises up as I thought it would, but it doesn't. I didn't get the fountain look that I thought I'd get. Unfortunate. Okay, well, we did it for science. So what am I going to do now? I'm just gonna hold on. For now, close this again. This is now closed and this is open. So that at least, and now this is also closed and this one is auto open. So now just those two water sources will go here, if I am not mistaken. Yeah. Okay, that's, yeah. See the difference? Now water's rising up here way less. But yeah, that didn't go as I thought it would, so... Experiment aborted, I guess. Unfortunate. Now all the water should be put out here, and will we be able to get the overflow, waterfall overflow here in time? I'm pretty sure we won't. Okay, maybe next wet season. Right, what am I going to do with this now? I'm just going to deconstruct it and... Yeah, I'm just going to deconstruct it and turn this around so that the water here feeds into the system. That those two things also feed into the system. This is closed, this is open. And then we'll just turn this around and close the fountain above. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Shame. But yeah, that's just how it is. Never mind. Okay, now this is closed. Well, at least down there. And this sluice is functional, so all the good water from here should now go to the other lake. Right. Open. Is this flowing here? Why is it not? Oh yeah, it is. Yeah. Okay. And everything is pushed over there. And emerges over here. Okay, good tide has ended. Next bad tide. What about the underground forest? Let's check that. Oh, I think they have prepared everything, so we can rip out the scaffolding. I'm gonna test it with a small area first, maybe. But we should now be able to plant our maple trees here. Yeah, okay, perfect. Then do everything. Right, now this forester can plant all the maple trees here, and as soon as he's done with that, we'll replace the forester with a tapis shack. What about the underground storages here? Yeah, okay, everything's prepared, so we can do the same thing here. Demolish this and place a storage underground pile for logs. Then over... Oh, does this work? I think it does. Then over here we can do an underground pile for planks. Over here, metal You know what? Let's do dirt here. And last one for metal. Okay, yeah. And now you can see why I had to do them, well, not all above or below each other, because the underground piles do take up extra space below the building itself. Okay, so that's that also sorted, which means we can remove those up here. Oh, treated planks. We don't have a thing for treated planks. Should we do that as well? Can I squeeze that in somewhere? I don't think I can. This is level 1. I'm not sure if I can build an underground storage here, because it goes down 2 tiles into the ground, so probably won't be able to do that. Let's try it, and if it doesn't work, then we'll build a regular pile. Oh, I can build an underground pile here, okay. Awesome, so let's do one for treated planks as well. Right. Which means we can also get rid of this thing. And then we can do something nicer over here. How are we coming along with filling up everything with dirt here? Yep. And you know what? I do think it's finally time to rearrange this, the water pumps here, because that's just weird and I want this to look better. So I'm gonna rip everything out. Do we have enough water stored? This is Beaverome, right? And they do have 9k water stored, so that should be fine. Let's see. How many pumps do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I think only 3 of them are operational right now. So we can probably get away with 3 in this district if we also give some more to, maybe a second one to Ancient Beaverome here. And then we could probably also give a water pump to the to Beaver Roads, because they are only importing water right now. Which they can, you know, we could hook up this thing. I wanna have the same amount of water pumps. So 3, 4, 5. Still need one more. We could also dig a tunnel through here and give a water pump to Ancient Greece, which also feeds from this thing. Yeah, I think that's what we are going to do. We'd then obviously always drain the reservoir down to whatever level we are going to set the water pumps to be. I think we'll just stick with this level, and if we desire more water in there, we can limit the depth. But those are lower down even. No, but I think we should be alright if I do all of them on this level. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that in a time-lapse again. So, get rid of everything and then rebuild it. Yep. think we need to deal with the power situation first. This has to be hidden. Yeah, we'll build a tunnel down there. Yeah, I'm gonna plan the tunnel, but I'm gonna do that pause because now we removed all the water pumps. They could all put your finger on the screen trick to to align that. Okay. Okay, unpause. What is this power connection doing? We're bringing power over there. I think I can remove it, and we'll be fine. You know, for a period of time, not you know, forever. Okay, so we do have a more or less clean slate here now, and I wanted to have that be on the same level as this, which is this ridge. Okay, let's see. I think we are going to do some terraforming here. Maybe this can even be visible. Wow, how am I going to do that? I don't want to have the reservoir be smaller. No, maybe it's not terraforming. Maybe it is platforms as we had it, but you know, more organized. Maybe this is not going to look that different from before, just a tiny bit. Okay, yeah, so the plan is to have 3 large water pumps here, and this stairway will be replaced by a stairway that's, you know, hidden in the mountain, and then this should look a bit better, I guess. Also, we are rebuilding 3 here. We had 6, so I'm gonna add another one for ancient Beaverome here. Then we'll give Beaver Roads access to fresh water as well. Where am I going to do that? Okay, so we have this water pump here in Beaver Roads now. Just had to rearrange the log pile. Now it's smaller log piles. I think it looks a bit nicer as well. And I think we now need an extra house here. Do we not have? Or maybe we don't. Never mind, I'm just gonna build one because we added jobs here, so I think another lodge can't hurt. Right. This thing is obviously not connected because this path isn't built. There we go. And now I also wanted to add a water pump for ancient Greece via a tunnel here. Is that still a good idea? Let's just pretend it is. Now, where would we put that? Yeah, I think over here is good, and then obviously a tunnel. Why not? Oh. The undersip is in our way. Okay, I guess we'll have to build stairs up and down or something. Or maybe just down. Oh, this is the level of the undersip. No, it has to go up then. So stairs up. Okay, let's see. So, axis is here, stairs up, then whoop, then more stairs up. Then over there, over there, over there, stairs down again, and then we are over at this large water pump. Yeah, that should work. Now we have a funny window over here. Why not? Or I know what's even better? A shrub. Yeah. There's down, and then we should be able to connect this. Okay, awesome. So let's see. This thing is built in Beaver Roads and it's operational. This is obviously not yet built because they can't reach it, but we were digging the tunnel for, you know, the power connection, and I have to build the paths here so that they can continue to work on that. Oh, they were able to do this thing from over here, so if I remove everything and then replace it with vertical power shafts. Then everything should be fine again. Well, at least on this bit. The rest, not yet. Okay, this is built. We just need to connect the path now. There we go. New water source for ancient Greece. We do have this one, which is a bit weird, where we have this sluice. Hold on. Those two sluices where the water is coming from the reservoir to fill up this irrigation pond, where also another pump is situated on top of it. But I think this is also nice. I think that's even nicer, to be honest. Right. Okay, now waiting game again. Oh, look at that. This connection, which will be our power shaft, is really close to the zipline station. Can we somehow connect this in a meaningful way? I mean, this is not going to be a path anymore. This will be the power connection, so we'd have to think about something else. Let's see what happens. If this is stairs up, then it would be on top of this thing. So over here. Oh, this can't be stairs up. This has to be... No. No, no, no. I'd have to... come on. I'd have to move the power line. But I could do that. So if this is the way through, then those could be stairs up. Then those could be stairs up. And we could land up here. Weird, but okay. And then we'd also need to move the power connection over here. I think that could work. Come on, let's up the priority for that. I want to see this. Oh, stairs up here. Path here. Removed a bit too much, because this must not be removed. Oh yes, it has to be. That's power connection then. So stairs up. And then we're here. Yeah, nice. But now this connection doesn't work anymore. Because this won't be... Okay, well... Yes, it does. We'll just do the same thing over here. Stairs up. Then we'll be here. Right, so this bad tide ended as well. We have a good tide again. We have now all those weird underground connections, or you know, in mountain connections or tunnel connections or whatever you want to call them. The stairs down here, we've just removed those. You can now go through the mountain to the layer down there. So down here, and you'll get out here. And you can go down there and get back up here again, and here you can get back up to, well, the town. And via those stairs, you are getting direct access to the zipline station and, you know, to the other side of Beaverome as well, if you wish. As soon as they have built the power connections down there, which will take a while because I have to do that bit by bit again. So unpause this one, unpause this one. We can then remove the stairs that go down here. And then build the third large water pump. Which is going to be over here. Yeah. So over here they have almost finished to bring all the dirt here, which means we can redo this area as well, I guess. And I think we'll just have the two pumps back here again. Let's say just over here for now. This is maybe going to be farmland, but well, maybe this placement is temporary again, we'll see. I messed up, didn't I? I filled the river completely again, whereas I should have just raised it by 1. Oh, come on. That's why, yeah, this felt weird and wrong, and now I know why. Oh no, I am currently flooding the undersip. That's really bad. Why? Oh, because we're getting water in here. Yeah, of course. Dang it. That's bad. We need to close that as soon as possible. And then fix it later. Close this. Yeah, probably with dirt though. Highest priority on that. Oh, come on. Hold on. But where's the water coming from? That's... No, that can't be the problem. Water can never be on this level. Where did that water come from? Did we have overflow on this bridge? Weird. Okay, now the power connection is finally done, which means we no longer need to access this layer here, which also means we can remove those stairs and those stairs and then place our water pump here. Will be bots again, and then I have to rebuild the punch card storage. I think we'll remove those and replace them with some dirt blocks. Hello. Is there a path? Yeah. So, small warehouse. Or... There we go, punch cards. Set to obtain. Okay, perfect. So we have that re-established. Right. Okay, now we have those 3 water pumps here. I think it looks way cleaner than we had it before. Water pump here for ancient Greece. Yeah, those 2 water pumps don't do anything right now. I noticed that the sluices were set to close below contamination of 1%, and we have 1% contamination, so they drained the whole lake. Now set this to be permanently closed so that doesn't happen again, because we lost a whole lot of good water here now. But yeah, well, that's just how it is. We have a water pump for Beaver Roads here. And I think that's... yeah, that's quite good. Oh yeah, actually we still have to detonate this bit, because I should not have built that. Bridge connecting this somehow, maybe like this. Weird. Yeah, we'll see. But we'll tackle that in another episode. Yeah, unfortunately, our test to build a fountain here went... well, it didn't go wrong. It just didn't work. So the test worked. The outcome didn't work. You know what I mean. So I hope this wasn't too boring for you. Still, we got a couple of things done that took longer than expected. I mean, we just have built 3 water pumps here, rebuilt them actually. And that was a whole lot of rebuilding stuff that you can't even see right now underground. Never mind. I'm still happy with the outcome, and I hope you also enjoyed it. Mountain range is also coming along. Yeah. So this is it for this episode. As always, if you have any suggestions, tips, tricks, whatever is on your mind, also what you liked, what you didn't like, feel free to write a comment down below, and I will see you in the next episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until then, have a good one. Bye bye.